Hello everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Chocolate here, but not for a video review, it's for another episode of Stash Watch. I know, 2 in a week, would you believe it? Yes. So I know what you're probably thinking, what on earth is Stash Watch doing instead of a live review? Well, a couple of reasons really. First one was that I hadn't done I hadn't planned a live review properly really. I wanted to do a question, well not a questionnaire, a poll basically as to what should review this week. And I hadn't done it really because I wasn't sure where I was going to do one. I was umming and ahhing about it in this annual, and there's a few things that I wanted to sort of do to review this weekend basically, but not before I put them in the Stash Watch. So I don't know, a bit of a funny one. I could probably just have forgone Stash Watch and reviewed them anyway, but it kind of felt a bit wrong to do it. And so this and the other, many reasons, all of them quite small, but together they built up to a few reasons that added up. So here we are, Stash Watch episode 54. Yeah, on a Saturday of all places. Yeah, so it probably won't happen again. It probably is a one-off. But it's just, what with those few things happening, here's where we are. So yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoy it, and good to see you. It's probably actually an old style Stash Watch to an extent, actually. It's going to go over the haul I've got this week, because I've got, stupidly, as always, I've got loads of stuff again this week, and it's too much for me. You know, probably last me months before I get around to it all. But there's some of the key things I'd like to review. And there's some things, basically I just thought, you know what, let's just do it, why not? And it's quite interesting, really. It's one of those. The live reviews as well, they're quite good to do, and I do want to get back to them, but of course, it is quite a lot, I guess it does take up a lot of my time that I would be doing other reviews, basically. It stops me doing normal reviews, is the gist of what I was trying to say, I guess, or kind of doesn't complement them well, because I'll be reviewing about 5 things live, and then normally I'd like to review three other things, basically, on the Saturday, and so it's a bit difficult to review that many things, so... Anyway, there we go. That's the reason. So yeah, so we're going to say, but got a lot of things. The major thing actually that I needed to get to show today was this Kitkat Chunky Caramel. Yes, this is what I've got. So I got it from Home Bargains actually. I believe it's in Tesco, and I was going to go to Tesco. It was literally on my little route I was going to do, but so I'm in Home Bargains. Yeah, so this is a new one, Kitkat Chunky Caramel. It looks quite unassuming, but it is a new bar, and I'm quite excited about it. Got loads of Kitkat Chunkies to review actually. I must say that I've just never quite got round to. There's so many. I mean, it's just ridiculous really. But anyway, this is one I do want to do. It's a new one. It's new out, and as I say, I think Tesco and possibly definitely Home Bargains, possibly Tesco are the places to go for this one. So I will be reviewing this ASAP. Probably after this live actually, I'll get this reviewed. I mean, I made the mistake as well, actually, of having a couple of biscuits earlier on. So I talk about keeping my calories free for these reviews, and I've kind of broke that rule, really. But there we go. But yeah, I'm very excited about this one, as I say, and I know Alan Lockhart was very interested in this one. So I want to get this one reviewed. Hopefully on Monday this one will be done, is the gist of it. Yeah, so this should be the Monday's review. If I want to do it ASAP, basically, this one. So that's one of the main reasons for doing Stash Watch. Yes, it's one of those, really. Now, you may have noticed my haircut as well, but I'm not too impressed with it, actually. I don't know, I've had a bit of a nightmare of a time with it, really. But my hair was getting quite long. It always goes a bit too long, and then it'll be like a big mushroom or something like that. So I had to get it cut short. But I'm never too happy for the first week of having a haircut. It always looks a bit too short, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm not paying £500 to get the perfect haircut, that's for sure. But well, maybe, as I say, if I get a million subscribers, a £500 haircut, I'll happily have one, but but in the meantime I'm not. So yeah, anyway, there we go. But someone's mentioned actually, I must forgive me, I can't remember who it was actually now. It might have been a couple of weeks ago. Time to me at the moment, I wouldn't say it means nothing, but I just can't comprehend when things happened. It could have happened yesterday, it could have been 5 months ago, I can't tell anymore. Obviously I'm exaggerating slightly, but anyway, someone did mention in the comments, so please speak up if it was you, or leave a comment later on if you're watching this after the event, about have I reviewed the salted caramel Kitkat Chunky. I think I do have one of these actually in the stash somewhere else actually, but I bought it again anyway because I thought, well, it'd be typical that I won't have it when I think I do. So because I did review one, I think it was an import from Saudi Arabia or something like that, but it wasn't salted caramel. I thought they were the same bar, and it wasn't. So this one actually is a salted caramel popcorn bar, and I was very impressed with the regular popcorn one. So I'm very excited for that one, because as I say, I just assumed it was the same bar, and someone mentioned it wasn't. So thank you so much for that, by the way. Yeah, very excited for that as well. So a couple of good Kitkat Chunkies, and so I've got about 2 others in the stash as well. I think I've got the Biscoff one to do still, and some other one I can't remember what it is now. Ridiculous very. Now I did nip into farm foods actually, and there was a couple of, they had those weird, is it balcony, whatever they're called, those weird cake bar things that are never that great actually, but did have a diced chocolate orange one in there. I was tempted to get it, and I thought, and I stopped myself because 2 reasons. I'll never review it. B, there's other interesting things I need to get to do before, and also C, I'd end up then feeling obliged to get all the other Balcony ones, and that, there's just about 7 of them, and I think, you know what, it's I can't. I've got too much in the stash already. I mean, I'm already buying stuff I will struggle to review in good time. But one thing I did notice actually at the counter, very strange this one was. They had these mini cheddars crunchies, or crunchlets rather, cheddar and caramelised onion. Now it says new on them here. Now of course, new is relative. I mean, I don't know if they've been there for about 20 years or something. Maybe they have. I think they probably have actually. But they were selling them off at 10p each. And I've just noticed. I think they're kind of going to go off after getting a review today, maybe. Mind you, to be honest with you, these won't go off. But they were selling them for 10p each. So I thought, I said to the guy, 10p, are you sure? It says £1 on there, but it's 10p. So I did get them. So that's not bad. 10p for this. And as I say, they are at the sell-by date, but to be honest with you, they're not going to go off these crisps. Some crisps might go off, but these definitely won't. I mean, certainly won't, But yeah, so I might still review them at some point. But but interesting anyway, 10p. So when I was expecting £1, that wasn't too bad. I did also notice as well this was in, where was it now? What's it called? Not Home Bargains. What's it called? Poundland. That's it. Yes. I did notice this one. This is one of my favourite. Now, Oreo chocolate in Cadbury products tends to be pretty poor. When I say Oreo chocolate, Oreo in Cadbury chocolate, or Oreo in Milka, or Oreo in all these other things, it tends to be a really poor product. Just like a really creamy, horribly creamy centre with like bits of supposed Oreo pieces. But this one is the one it actually works in. I think there is a Milka equivalent, but it's basically an Oreo biscuit. Sort of it's a mini Oreo really. But imagine literally an Oreo biscuit, or a small one, with a big slab of dairy milk in the middle of it. And that's basically just what you want from this kind of product. It is literally what you want. I mean, it's a really nice chocolate bar, actually. And I thought they discontinued it. And I had one in my, again, got one in my stash. Sort of, I was umming and ahhing about whether to review it or not. And I saw this one, not in the best of condition, actually, this one, but nonetheless. I saw this one in Poundland, and I thought, I've got to get it. I might do a re-review of this, because it is a top tier dairy milk product, and it's possibly the only one of almost any chocolate bar really, or any chocolate product with Oreo in it that actually is quite nice. Because it is literally I mean, I like Oreos, but all these nonsense Oreo sort of chocolate bars where they've got an Oreo cream in it, they just don't taste very nice. It's not really what I'm wanting from Oreo to start with. It's more about the cream than the biscuit, which to me, Oreo is a biscuit. So they just totally missed the point. But this bar, as I say, I really recommend it, and it's not easy to find. But as I say, it's not anywhere near its sell-by date. It's not like it's one they've had in the in the warehouse about 5 years or something. It's it's well in date. So interesting. I recommend getting that. And as I say, I've only seen it these days. Well, I keep forgetting Poundland. I keep forgetting the name of it. So yeah, very would look out for that one. Now, someone in the comments as well. Let's say this is a bit of a haul video. It's where this is the kind of, you don't normally see this when I do Stash Watch these days. You normally just see the tip of the iceberg, basically, of the things I plan on reviewing that week. Not necessarily what I will review either, because sometimes I don't even get around to it all. But basically, someone in the comments. AA, I think it was actually. I don't know their actual name, but was saying that I think I've reviewed most fries products, other than this one, the peppermint cream. I've not reviewed this one. I think I reviewed the regular one a long time ago. I might need to review that one, the regular, just fries cream bar, whatever it is. And they were saying it's just like After Eights, how they used to be. Now I didn't realise After Eights had changed really. I mean, it's one of those where. I just not noticed it. But now I do know, I think Andrew Winter was mentioning these have changed either the size or shape, or something odd about these regular fries bars. They changed the shape in some way. I don't know if they're quite as heavy as they used to be. They weigh a bit less. I'm not sure. Oddly, they're like 49 gram bars. I mean, you think they'd be 50 grams, wouldn't you? I don't know. Don't know if that's the difference, but anyway, yeah. So do look interesting. There's a bit of flourishes on these packs though, but be interesting to do this. Hopefully I'll get around to them as well. They are on the list. Now, as I say, it's the list is quite long. That's the problem, but but nevertheless they are on it. Now I did get a few things. Now another one I noticed. This was in, as I did do big rounds. Basically went to about 4 or 5 supermarkets, maybe 6. And another one I noticed, this was in, I think it was Aldi or Lidl. I think it was, I get them confused. I don't know which one's which. But, you know, when I go in, I can't, they look quite similar on the inside. I think it might have been Aldi, I think. But anyway, it said that we're back on it. And it's the, yes, milk chocolate digestives caramel one. Or, you know, what used to be called with caramel. So that's an interesting one. If I had to grab it, it's the only thing I bought in the end, I think, from there. And there's a massive queue, which is annoying. Yeah, I thought I had to get this one. Not seen this elsewhere, so I might have to give this a review as well. Now, you know, yeah, it is. Also, you'll notice it's not in the red, in the yellow wrapper either. It used to be yellow, the caramel chocolate digestive. It's not, so it's an interesting one, that one. So very surprising one, this one. Yeah, so, no, like Scotty was mentioning, some products do like a soft launch in discount supermarkets, just for whatever reason. And this looks to be one, so I might have to get that one done as well. So I've got a couple need to be reviewed, basically, you know, as I say. Also, I did, I think it was it David, I think, a long time ago. DT, I think it was. Basically did a, yeah, recommended, I think it was the Aldi equivalent. I think, what was the Aldi brand called? I forgot what it is now. Got the name of the Aldi brand, the own brand stuff that Aldi do, but they're sort of like a pretzel in chocolate. What it's called now? What's it called? Is it Dairy Fine or something? I'm not sure. But anyway, what Scotty mentioned, they also do one in Lidl as well. The thin carry range. It's probably exactly the same bar. But yeah, so I've got that one to review as well. So I might have to get around to this one. Again, another nice looking bar. This one, yeah. So again, more stuff to to get through. Salted pretzel, milk chocolate. There we go. I think it does exactly what it says on the tin there. So I keep saying that expression. I think I was speaking to my friend about that expression and the origins of it. And there we go. So it's in my mind all the time now. Yeah. So very excited about that one as well. Lovely. I mean, as I say, I think yeah, it was David or DT. I'm not sure if his name was David, but did recommend this one in the Aldi version. So you can see it's a little product there. And it was very nice, I must say. So very excited about them as well. So as I said, you can see, normally I say review 5 things a week, 6 maybe. You know, and I've already gone through about 7 things here. I'm not even halfway through. It's just a ridiculous amount of stuff. So I say, it might not be, you know, I don't know. We'll see how long it goes. I'm not one of those really where I'm just going to sort of talk about what I've got really. So it might only be a half an hour live, something like that. I'm not too sure, but there we go. Yeah, just a little heads up as well. I was looking into look back as well this morning, so I'm getting back. I'm doing 2 episodes at once, basically look back to pretty much get me almost back on track. I've been saying it for months. It's never happening, so I'm hopefully going to get look back done this week, and 2 episodes filmed hopefully this week if I can. And then I'll be almost caught up. I'll be literally, hopefully, then a week behind on look back, and a week is not much time at all. So if I'm just a week behind, I could probably fit those in then and keep on top of them. But as I say, I'm 2 months and a week behind at the moment, and that's a lot of work. And one other thing I did see, actually, I noticed you might have seen, or might have heard, or might have, in the past, I have complained a lot about Wagga Wheels, basically, a staple, I would say, in the UK. Basically, a sort of, like a sort of disc of, it's like a tea cake, if you imagine a tea cake, but rather than being about the marshmallow, it's more about the biscuit parts. You have like a sort of flattened circle or disc, basically. It's not, you know, it's not completely flat. With a sort of biscuit top and bottom. In between there's a bit of marshmallow. And a bit of, yeah, maybe something else, depends on which one you get. But I've always found it just not very good. I know lots of people love them, but for me, I don't know, I'd rather just have a tea cake. The tea cakes are where it's at, basically. You know, Tunnock's tea cakes, amazing things. I just Wagga Wheels, you know, I don't normally say don't hold a candle to something, but I think this is definitely a case where that expression works. You just don't hold a candle to tea cakes at all, Wagga Wheels, for me. I don't know. I know a lot of people like them. I know it's a controversial opinion, but look what I found. Wagga Wheel tea cakes. Yes, I don't think I've reviewed these before. I think I might have had them in the stash years ago. If I ever got round to just ate them, I'm not sure. But so really, I mean, you know, are they really Wagga Wheels if they're actually tea cakes? I'm not sure. But clearly, it's the same thing. But this is this is what Wagga Wheels should be, and of course, it's got the jam in the middle. So I'm quite excited about that. So that should be quite good. So hopefully, get them reviewed as well. That's the date on these ones. Hopefully, not too late. Got a bit of time, December. So yeah, don't think they're new, these ones. I think they've been around before. But you know, I thought, you know what, they need reviewing those too, because as I say, I think Wagga Wheels generally are just not I don't know, for me, just not that strong a product, especially when I remember reviewing there's a big hype around the orange Wagga Wheels that came out about a year or two ago now. And they were just so disappointed. I thought, well, you know what, I've not had Wagga Wheels for years, I'll give them a try. And they were just so disappointing. I was so disappointed, they were just, I don't know, I thought, I've not had Wagga Wheels for ages. I don't remember really ever being that bothered about them, but, maybe I've been missing out and I had them and they were just, pretty mundane, really. I wasn't too impressed. So there we go. But I was, I'll say, in Poundland as well. One other thing I did find. Now, I know, yes, Joe, regular viewer of the channel, is a massive fan of Twin Peaks. I don't know if we'll be watching this one, but yeah, and look at this, Twin Peaks, you're golden. I got honeycomb nuggets, Twin Peaks, 2 bars. Massive, it's a big, it's a big, I don't know what it means by 2 bars. I don't know if it's like Twin Peaks generally are basically a Poundland sort of version of Toblerone, essentially. They usually come in like, I guess like a sort of thinner version of this. So I guess it is 2 together, really. I don't know why they've done that, but well, I guess to make it look like a gold bar, I guess. It's a very interesting one. It does look very nice, actually. I've never reviewed any of the Twin Peaks. I wanted to. I've still got loads of them that I had from years ago. I never got around to reviewing them. They're just, and they don't do it. Some of them they don't do anymore, so I feel a bit bad about, I'm sure they're still edible, really. I feel like Twin Peaks is one of those chocolates that will never really go off, I mean, it might not taste as great as it did when it was fresh, but I think it still would work. But yeah, so these ones, yes, look at that, honeycomb nugget. So these sound very nice. So I might have to give these a review. But again, when you've got so many things to review, you've got to prioritise them, and it's very difficult. So anyway, I do have them. They are there, and I do want to review them. So hopefully I'll get around to those. Would I like to review more Twin Peaks? It's one of those where maybe I should do a live. Maybe I'll do that. Live Twin Peaks special. Maybe might be the way forward. That might put it in the. I'm going to do the poll for a live, by the way, next week as well. So I do want us to try and get a decent poll out there, really, for things to review. So maybe a Twin Peaks special might be on the cards, and I could include that in that one. I kind of feel like I'd like to do it individually, but I can't review everything. It's one of those, isn't it? So I might do a Twin Peaks special, perhaps do that maybe. Yeah, hold that thought. So one thing now is another very I don't know this one. What to make of this? I mean, it's very what's the word for it? I wouldn't say controversial, very strange product, this one. Basically topic in the UK, chocolate bar, a bit like imagine a hazelnut version of a Snickers. Essentially that's what it is. And it seems to have been, it was a big bar at one point. It used to be inside the Celebrations selection box that Mars did, ones that have Twix and Galaxies, Galaxy Truffle, Galaxy, not Galaxy, well, you used to have Galaxy Truffle, Galaxy Caramel, and just regular Galaxy, Mars, Snickers, Bounty, Milky Way. Used to have Topic in those. It used to be a big bar. I'm sure I read on Wikipedia it's one of the top selling bars at one point, but it just completely disappeared, and I think they've discontinued it now. But oddly, they've done the new Topic cookies. So I don't know if they're just using the brand, just keep it alive in this respect. So maybe a bit like the Time Out with the Time Out wafer bar. They've just got rid of actual Time Outs and just done the wafer bar now. Not sure really. It's a very strange one, this one. Not sure what to make of it. But nonetheless, interesting that it exists. I think, yeah, so I don't know. I've got, so as the people mentioned in the comments a bit, I don't expect much from these at all because these type of cookie products, basically the Mars cookies, tend to not be that great. Yeah, always a bit disappointed with those, but, that's good. I can't always review the good stuff as much as we'd like to. Can't always review the good stuff. So, yeah, that's the gist of that one. And another one I did do as well. I think I'm sure these are a blast from the past as well. Cadbury Astros. Yes, I'm sure these used to be around back in the day. I got these from B&M. Are these a UK product? These ones? I don't think they are. Where are they from? There's Mondelez on it, of course. Yeah, so it's a South African one again by the looks of it. Yeah, interesting. A lot of South African products going about in B&M at the moment. Astros being one of them. So they look very interesting. They look a bit like those Mars planets almost to an extent. Sort of, at least one of the components from them. And so I'm sure Astros used to be a thing, quite some time back. But there we go. Yeah, so quite excited for those, I must say. So look very interesting. So I'd say maybe Astros as well. I wonder if Mars got the idea from the planets from these as well. But so very excited for those as well. So some good I say B&M at the moment. I mean, they've really got so much good stuff in. I really, really recommend going into B&M at the moment. I mean, lots of shops have. I mean, as I keep saying, lots of people when I did this, tell people how I do this channel, say, is there enough chocolate to review? And I originally thought I'd be surprised at that, and I can't believe how much stuff there is, and it's almost impossible to keep up. You know, it really is. I mean, I try to do 6 reviews a week, but I can't publish that many. It's very difficult. You know, so I've got a backlog of reviews, and you know, it's ridiculous, really. And I've gone a bit crazy this week as well. I shouldn't have got all this stuff, but you know, I did. I did. So what can I say? Yeah. So also, obviously, we've got Milky Bar. This is another Milky Bar Cookie. I think this is another one from B&M. I think, you know. I think this might be Australian. Is it Australian? Can't see anywhere obvious. I think it is Australian basically, but I'm just trying to see if it's made in Australia. It says on the back. Now it's another interesting one. I'm sure Milky Bar products in Australia don't actually say the white chocolate, because I don't think they've got. Can't think what it is now. Is it? Can't remember what it is now. Is it? I can't think what it is. What's the ingredient they don't have that makes a white chocolate? I can't quite recall. The cocoa butter or something like that. It might be. But you can see there's no actual. It doesn't actually say white chocolate on it at all. You know. Yeah, because it isn't actually white chocolate. I mean, of course, you know, it's covered as the label here. But it just says Nestle Milky Bar and Cookies. You know. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, it looks very nice, this one. I think I do remember reviewing the UK version of this, and it was very tasty actually. I remember being quite a big fan of the UK version of this. Of course, the Australian one, I'm not sure about Australian chocolate, to be honest with you. I think they've got a really good, diverse range of stuff, but it never tastes that great. That's my main problem. Maybe the caramel one wasn't too bad. But other than that, I don't know. I've always had a bit of a, I don't know. The chocolate's never been, like the dairy milk chocolate, for instance, has been quite weak, really. I think, I don't know. I've said that. I think I've got a Milky Bar one to review. I think I've still got one to publish of this. I might have to look into that as well. As I say, just so much in the backlog. I can't keep up, basically. But, yeah. Another one there to go through. So many. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so I did buy a couple. I did buy another one of these as well, just in case. I thought I'll buy 2, just in case one I lose it or something like that. I did. I've been meaning to get this while Toffee. Yeah, these milk chocolate ones. I've seen them, and these family edition ones. I don't know. There's a few different wrappers, but basically they're kind of like these weird toffee dishes with a chocolate penny on top, a chocolate drop. Kind of see what's going on there. That's basically what they are there. I don't know. It's strange packaging. I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, they look much of a family. I don't know, do they? I mean, they look. I don't know. It's not like there's 2 kids in the back. It's one of them's got a beard to start with. So I don't really know. Yeah, it's a family edition, but doesn't really. Well, I mean, it could be related. You know, not saying they're not, but interesting. Not normally what I would expect from a. I don't know. Yeah, so the picture's meant to be the family anyway. So there you go. Family edition, they are. Yeah. We're just waving goodbye to the kids. I think they've just had enough. Okay, there we go. Yes. But yeah, so there we are. But yeah, so Toffee. So I've never reviewed these. They're sort of relatively, well, I don't know, are they a popular thing? I don't know really whether they're popular or not, these Toffees. But nonetheless, but I was tempted by them. I've always said no, you know, I've got too much in the stash, but I've relented this time because basically, and thanks to Andrew Winton for putting this one out, there's a white chocolate edition, limited edition, white chocolate, yeah, Toffee. Look at that, maybe I stalk as well. Other people make Reason as well, so yeah, very sort of interesting. These ones, has to be said. So yeah, so it should be good ones. I might try and review these at the same time, as in, well, maybe not on a duo review, but at least, you know, at the same weekend. So I'm not sure if I get through these this weekend. So again, there's ones that are going to linger on basically. So I'll try and do them when I can. One of those really where who knows when I'll get round to them. I need to do these quickly though for these limited edition ones. So they might be on next week's agenda basically. So interesting. So yeah. So I'm not sure. So this week's Stash Watching Wednesday, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just do a regular review. I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know. I like to try and keep the lives at the same times. This is, you know, like the Stash Watch Today, for instance, and stuff like that. I want to try and keep them at the same, you know, so it's the same one every week rather than change about like this. So I'm not really keen on doing it like today, But I just yeah, just some of the things I just wanted to review this weekend basically, so I had to do a stash watch to do it. So it's just one of those, the way it goes. I did also see these Barson waffle Letten. Yeah, so I think these are in Lidl as well. I think it's like, you know, when they're gone type of thing. Don't know what the very strange ones are. Look at that, like a rolled up wafer, I guess, or waffle. Delicate wafer, thin rolls coated in milk chocolate. So they look very nice, don't they? I like the Spartan wrapping, by the way. They've rebranded their stuff quite nicely, really. Yeah. So yeah. So I want to get these done. So you can see it's quite an interesting back as well. They've got like they don't normally show that side of it, but it's basically the underside of it, which I quite like. I mean, it's not actually, you know, it doesn't line up well, unfortunately. But you can see, I don't know if you can quite tell, it doesn't line up with the front. But I like the way they've done the reverse, and I like the way they've got the tyre tracks on the bottom from the conveyor belt. I quite like that. It's like a bit of a candid look. The product. Is that actual size as well? It's strange, it's got that line underneath it. There are two sides to everything. Okay, interesting. But yeah, it's a strange way of doing the products, but I quite like it. Yeah, I quite like it. That's interesting on this one. Yeah, I imagine this one will be good to use as a straw, perhaps as well for a hot drink. The future's made by all of us. See our cocoa sourcing work here. Balsam.com. Right, yeah, interesting. All right, yeah. So they're another one to add to the bottle. I mean, you know, can I get through all these? I don't know really. I really don't know, but I'll try. In fact, you know what? I've just noticed something here. Something interesting actually. Something very interesting. I thought it'd be the other way around actually when I saw it, and I've just realised it's not. But Tofifi Family Edition, 12 pieces. 15 pieces on the limited edition one. Now, I thought it'd be the other way around actually. That's weird, isn't it? But they're both clearly the same box, but the limited edition actually weighs more. So I don't know if the family edition has fewer in them. Look at that. That's straight. Well, normally, as I say, it's normally the limited edition has fewer in. But what does it say on these in there? I assume it's. I mean, that's a smaller than the white chocolate one. And unless you do get more. Usually say there's usually so many of them in there, but don't know. I'm glad I noticed that, because sometimes I miss that, or you know, have to edit it back in the reviews. But yeah, an interesting one, that one. So yeah, I always recommend checking these things because it's often the other way around. The limited edition is the one that usually has fewer in them. So that's interesting. That I don't know if it's the family edition has fewer in them or what really, but yeah. Interesting. After when I open that, it'll be interesting to look at that. Right, yes. And a few more bars. I'll say this was a massive, ridiculous haul I got this week. It was a bit silly, really. But found this one as well in Lidl. Thin Carry, one of their products. But caramelised caramelised almonds and sea salt, milk chocolate. Yeah, look at that. They're all going on about sustainability there. Cocoa from Ghana. It's always Ghana as well, I've noticed, in these places. Yeah. I'd say I would always look into this, you know, just what's sustainable. I mean, 100%, what does it say? Does that actually say sustainable? I can't even read what that says. Traceable? I mean, 100% just traceable. I mean, what does that mean? I mean, that's 100%, well, I mean, most things are traceable, you'd imagine. I mean, unless it's illegal. So I'm not sure. I would definitely look into all this. I would definitely look into all of it, what all this means. I mean, what's all this here? All this stuff at the bottom. Quapo, Koku, Papa Pa. I mean, I have no idea what that is. It's just like a load of, it's just a load of stuff, isn't it? You know, Human Rights Alley. Okay, Choco Road. Fair Boulevard. Milk chocolate. Yeah, all right. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would always look into this. You know, it could be, you know, literally perfect. You know what I mean? And all this is true. But I would look into it. A lot of the time they use mass balancing as their technique to doing fair trade. So they have like, you know, a pot of non-fair trade stuff and a pot of fair trade stuff. And it could be a 1-to-1 ratio. It might not be. And it probably isn't, which is what I'll come to in a second. And they mix them together and then they put them into a bar. So it says it's fair trade, but it's not necessarily all gone into this product. And even then it confusingly sometimes says the fair trade is only 20% or something like that. And what does it mean? Does it mean only 20%? is in this bar. Only 20% as a total is fair trade. If you actually look at the small print, sometimes it says that. Sometimes, not always. There you go, 70. There you go. Total. There, it says mass balance there. Total 71 point something 7. So that's not actually too bad. That's well over 2/3. I've seen ones where I'm sure they've been under 50%. You know, in some of the reviews I've done. So, but again, it's always a small print, and it's not 100% either. I mean, you know, it's not 100%. So they make claims like 100% sustainable cocoa or something like that, and this, that, and the other. On some of them, and I'm sure, and this one says 100% traceable or something. I mean, that means nothing, does it really? But I'm sure some of them have said 100% sustainable, I don't know, you know, cocoa, whatever. But then they've said it's not 100% mass balanced. I mean, I don't know what, you know, I don't know. Yeah, 71. Anyway, if it's going to be mass balanced, it's never be 100% anyway, will it really? I mean, it's, you know. But anyway, there you go. So there you are. So it's not 100% basically. I would, yeah. So always bear that in mind. But that's not. I'd say that's quite a high amount, really. I think the idea is that they've, you know, at some point there'll be switch over or something like that. But the point is, it's not yet, is it? So yeah, there we go. So it's an interesting one. That one worth bearing in mind. The last few bars, as I say, so I did get a big clump of other things as well. I mean, these are typical looking. I think I got these from Lidl as well, actually. Typical looking like Lidl bars, these ones, or Lidl or Aldi or something like that. Yeah, got this Guyane salted caramel Belgian chocolate one. So it's got some. I mean, you'll see these. Is it Guyane? I have no idea how you pronounce that. Really, I've always said Guyane, I think. And it's got the famous seashell thing, seahorse, well, sea-related product. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? That. Anyway, this one's salted caramel. It's got salted caramel bits in, basically. Looks quite interesting. Looks quite nice. There we go. Yeah, not bad. So we did have some others as well in this range. Got hazelnuts as well. So chopped hazelnuts, presumably. Yeah. Belgium chocolates with not in English actually the bottom, but with hazelnut pieces, I guess. Still quite nice. Yeah, not too bad at all. Oh, hi there, Joe. How are you doing? Yes, hope you're doing all right, Joe. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, not doing too bad at all. We're doing a stash watch today. Basically, I've not got too much more to do, actually, Joe. You missed quite a few. Basically, just various reasons, but long story short is I just had a few things that I want to review this weekend, but I hadn't done them on stash watch, and I wasn't feeling too, I don't know, I didn't really feel too up to doing a live review, and I've not done the poll for it and stuff like that. And you know, I just thought, you know what, I prefer to do stash watches every Wednesday really, but it just happened this week. Yeah, I'm still not quite settled back into my live review things after all the time out I did, but there we go. Yeah, so we've got a few decent bars actually, Jerry. I've done quite a lot actually. I might do a little run through in a bit. The last ones just before I finish. Yeah, I've only got a couple more really. This is going over like basically just all the stuff I got yesterday, which is a ridiculous amount, but some of them I do want to review, such as Kitkat Chunky Caramel. That's like on top of my list. Basically, that's one of the main reasons I did it today really. But there's a few others as well. I think these Wagga Wheels tea cakes are the one I'd like to get out there if I can. There's quite a few, yeah. Quite a few. But how are you doing today, Joe? Are you doing okay? Well, here's a biscuit you might like. Joe's what? Topic. It's got hazelnut pieces in and chocolate as well. So you might like that one. Not too bad. Hazelnuts and chocolates. Used to be a bar. It seems to have discontinued that now. So that's what she's great too. Oh, thank you very much, Joe. To be honest with you, I was thinking that really. You know what? I thought, well, you know what? It's probably the same difference, isn't it, really? You know what I mean? It's probably the same difference. But yeah, I just thought, you know what? I just didn't, I don't know. For a few reasons, I just thought I'm not going to do a live on this one. You know, yeah, basically. But you're doing okay. Good to see, and good to hear, Joe. Glad you're doing all right. Yeah, not doing too bad myself, really. Just as I say, a bit of a brief one. Sometimes Stash Watch can be longer or shorter depending on who's about, really. And it's been a bit of a quiet one today. You know, I think there's been people watching and things, but just, yeah, not much of a chat going on. It's just one of those, really. But yes, the lovely products. Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, it's not bad. They've got these ones. It's a bit of a budget supermarket, this one. But it still looks good. It's their sort of take on Toblerone called Twin Peaks, and it comes in these gold bar versions. Looks very interesting, that one. Yeah, not too bad. So some quite good, interesting ones there. And I'll say I've just done these two, Guyane, I'm not sure if you pronounce it, Belgian chocolate ones, hazelnut and salted caramel. And I have a couple more in the range as well. Yeah, so this the next one, just regular, relatively normal ones actually. I've got the creamy milk chocolate version. Doesn't look too bad. They're quite expensive, these actually. I'm sure it was like 2 for £4. I mean, they weren't cheap, these ones. But one of those. Yeah, beautiful golden bar. It is all very nice, doesn't it? Yeah, I like the way it replicates an actual gold bar to the point where they've actually put 2 of them together to actually so they can package it this way. But I don't find these products in any other supermarket other than Poundland, which is a really cheap supermarket. It just seems to be exclusive to there for some reason. I don't know why that is. Yes, there we go. Gooey and Belgian chocolates as well. Never seen a wrapper like that before. It's a nice one, isn't it? Yeah, I like the way they do that. As I say, it is kind of a 2 bars in one. Normally they're in like basically we half. There's 2 sort of long bars in this. Imagine like a smaller type of Toblerone bar. It's a bit like that basically. But yeah, they've gone out of the way really. I have no idea who actually makes these products either. Seem to be sort of, I don't know. It's one of those where they don't seem to, really say who makes it. It's very strange. I don't know. Unless it is actually Toblerone. Died by the Reeking and Urquhart Hills, wherever they are. I don't know where they are. Yeah, interesting. I really don't know if those, I don't believe they're in England. It might be. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. And lastly, the Goulian ones as well. Got this dark 72% and raspberry. I still need to perhaps do the percentage dark chocolate reviews, don't I? Where you each sort of 10 denomination, like I don't know, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 maybe if I can. Might need to get those at some point. But yeah, so some quite nice ones here. Shows you how the dark chocolate's not on its own. I always find the I don't know, the dark chocolate ones where the flavour is something, they're never quite as nice as I expect them to be really. But yeah, usually a bit too strong on the dark chocolate, but we'll see. Look very nice, these ones, 4 times 25 gram bars. Do look pretty good. So quite quite some of these ones, but again they're a bit like, what's the other another bar, is it Ferrero or something like that? They do some kind of bars. Never quite got round to those either. There's a few of them I need to do. You have the TV technician here today, that's why I'm late. He's not done yet, so we have to be absent any moment. Well, don't worry, Joe. To be honest with you, I'm nearly finished actually. Kind of done them all really. Yeah, so don't worry about it. It's only a bit of a short one today. Stash Watch is usually a bit shorter, aren't they? So yeah, so don't worry if you have to go. Because to be honest with you, I've kind of done all of them now. I'll just do a brief recap just for you as well. So yeah, got the caramel milk chocolate digestives. Not too bad. Let's make a return by the looks of it. Cadbury Astros as well, South African products. Bit of classic UK one perhaps as well. And then Milky Bar Cookies. Very nice indeed, very nice indeed. Yes. Not too many others actually, just perhaps a couple of others. Got this Fin Carré salted caramel milk chocolate bar, salted pretzel rather. Yeah, and someone's mentioned in the comments as well. Got fries peppermint cream, so I might get that one reviewed as well at some point. Yes, there we go, yes. Not too bad. And I did manage to find this classic Dairy Milk Oreo sandwich as well. Yes, there we go. Yeah, and lastly, maybe a couple of others, but the main other ones are basically Toffee White and milk chocolate. So there we go. Yeah, so there we are. So that's it. So that's basically it, Joe. So you've come at the right time pretty much. Just got everything in a concise manner. So there we go. Right, well, there we go, guys. That's the brief Stash Watch for this weekend. Yes, hopefully you enjoyed that one. So just, it's not going to be common, really, for me to do it at the weekend, to be honest with you. I'm going to basically be doing Stash Watch midweek generally. I just for whatever reason this weekend, for the reason I kind of hinted at before, just didn't really want to do a live review this week, just because, just a few factors were against it. But hopefully I'll get back to normal next week, be back on track, basically. Oh yes, and there was the salted caramel popcorn as well. Kitkat chunky. Yes, there we go. On the cheap mini cheddars as well. It only cost me 10p rather than a pound. I think it was about up to their date on yes, nearly gone off, I guess. In theory. Alright, so there we go, Jerry. Yes, well, I hope you're doing right. Hope everyone else who's watching as well. Please leave a like if you haven't already, and stuff like this. Hope you enjoyed that. So just a brief Stash Watch this weekend, but hopefully from next week, probably still do a Stash Watch midweek actually. But we'll see how it goes. I think I want to try and keep on track with these things. And next weekend I'll put a poll out as well for the live for next week. So there should be one backup, and I hopefully have a few different options as well. So yes, there we go. All right, guys, take care. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.